Dear students, we are going to start our economics class now. This is our reference book, and I'm quite sure that you have this book on your collection already. So we are going to start chapter 4 from this book. This is chapter 4, factors that may shift the demand curve. Okay, so let's begin. Factors that may shift the demand curve. I'm sure that you already know what is a demand curve, how does it look like, since you have already studied this before. So you see, this is a demand curve. How is a demand curve constructed? Actually, a demand curve is drawn taking values from the real world, from our surrounding. See, this table, this is called a demand schedule or demand schedule, if you like to call it. This demand schedule shows the relationship between price and demand. Price and demand. QD indicates quantity demanded, amount of demand. So you see, this is very easily understandable. You know, this table is showing us, okay, when the price, say this price is the price of petrol. We use petrol for various purposes, for example, to drive our car or motorbikes. So say this is the price, different prices of petrol, and this is respective demand for different prices. Let's consider that if the price is 80 taka per liter, then petrol is very cheaper, and definitely an individual person will buy more of petrol this month, and maybe he will end up consuming 20 liters of petrol per month. If the price of petrol rises to 100 taka, definitely his consumption will fall. Maybe it will fall to 15 liters per month. If the price continues rising and increases from 100 to 120, his consumption reduces from 15 to 12 liters. It's reducing. Price is rising, demand is falling. You see? And finally, if the price reaches its highest peak, for example, if it is 150 taka, then that guy reduces his consumption to 10 liters per month, and maybe on that occasion he will use his car or bike only for necessary purposes. Okay? So putting these values from this table, we get our demand curve. It's very easy. You see, when the price is 150, demand is 10 liter. When the price is 120, it's 12 liter. When 100, it's 15 liter. When price is 80 taka, it's 20 liter. And the combination between price and quantity gives us different points: 1, 2, 3, 4. That means A, B, C, D, namely A, B, C, D, 4 different points. And if we connect all these points, it gives us the demand curve. You see, it's very easy. Okay, so what we are mainly concerned in this chapter is it's the factors that may shift the demand curve. You see, it's circle, and shift is the key word here. Okay. So first of all, we need to know what is shift, and to understand shift, before understanding this, we need to understand movement. Okay, you see, movements along the demand curve. So what is movement? These are examples of movements. You see, we are on the same demand curve. When the price is changing, either it's rising or falling, doesn't matter. Because of changes in prices, our position on the demand curve is changing. For example, if the price is 150 taka, then our consumption is 10 liter, then our position on the demand curve is that point, A. If the price reduces to 120, definitely our demand is 12, and we are no more on this point. We are moving from A to B on the demand curve, and our new position on the demand curve is this one, B. So you see, it continuously, if the price continues to fall, definitely the demand is rising, and there will be movements from point A to B to C to D. Okay, and on the contrast, if the price rises again from 80 taka to 100 taka, you see the consumption, prices again, the consumption falls from 20 to 15, and our position on the demand curve will move back from D to C. So these are occurring because of changes in prices, and this is called movement along the demand curve. When only price changes, we move on the demand curve from one point to another, and this is called movement along the demand curve. It's very simple. So far we have seen that price has got relationship with quantity demanded or demand. Okay, so price is a factor that is related to demand. Is it the only factor? The answer is no, because there are many other factors which are related with the quantity demanded or demand. So we are going to see